poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
Everybody, how are we doing today? We are live here at Great Eagle Resort and Casino for the main event today. Of course, somebody's going to be walking out of here with a lot of money. They're in our main event this afternoon. Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary stop here at the amazing Great Eagle Resort and Casino. Very excited to be here, and we're going to break this whole thing down for you, catch a couple of players before things get started. Let me, since apparently my voice is a little messed up, let's get Nate Dowland on here, hopefully. Should be standing by. Co-host on our KLAV show.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mr. Dowland, talk for 10 seconds so I can take a sip of water.
Yes, sir. I'm listening to the Detroit Lions radios. The Lions are kicking some batoogie today.
Well, that's
good.
They
are kicking the snot out of the Jets.
Well, yeah, the Jets kind of suck.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, they're not the best team in the NFL. But of course, we're going to be able to cover all that action, sports action today too. Having some fun with that while we got some time. Of course, we are about a half hour away from cards getting in the air on the main event, and we also have event 9 going on. We got a $160 turbo going on right in front of us. 77 entries in that one at the moment. So I'm sure that number will climb up a little bit more as we go along. But I'll tell you what, Nate, we've got a pretty interesting field here coming up. And for those that missed our broadcast that we had last time we were up here for Canadian Poker Tour, they had 280 3 entries for this one. Last, the CPT main event had 308. So, pretty consistent numbers up here. But,
that's awesome.
But, I think one thing that if you will go back and look at some of the videos and what happened here the last time, things move very quickly around here. You find the players, and it's not that they're bad players or anything. They're just it's a very more aggressive style up here than what you might see in some tournaments in the United States. I mean, these guys don't hesitate to go for it. And,
you see more of that now. You really do see a lot of action. Even this summer at the World Series, the ladies event was just excessively aggressive, which is very out of style for the ladies event. I mean, the women were dropping off from the first hand on.
Yeah.
The aggression is really raised in the poker world.
Yeah.
Usually people want to get in there and get a lot of play for their money. Some people just sit down and they're like, all right, let's either build chips or go home.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the philosophy we see up here in a lot of these tournaments, and would expect that the main event will be no different today. So we've got 55 runners still in this thing right now as these guys are chasing down. I don't have the prize pool yet. It should be posted up here pretty shortly, but I think I want to say we're around like 60 or 70,000 for first, but don't hold me to that. I want to make sure we get those numbers up here before we put the pool up. But
we'll have pretty good payday.
Yeah, we've got 7 or 6 tables in play today for the main event, as Matt Savage will be running this thing all the way down to the finish. And of course, by the way, Matt's going to be our guest on the 1-year anniversary of the show on KLAV on Wednesday. Matt will be in studio. So
can we set up a pyrotechnics introduction for him so that
no pyro, no Cairo.
Come on, we could be the White Snake of Las Vegas radio.
Oh my God, not good. It would be even more embarrassing to Matt if we did that to him. Pretty entertaining though. Yeah.
Well,
so
hey,
I'm sorry, go
Mark. I do want to give a huge shout out to Big Ass Poker. Last night, Sly Poker Girl. She made a little over $1,000 last night, and then Rudy also made a little over $400 last night playing on WSOP.com here in Nevada. Just absolutely crushing it.
Nice. Congratulations. So there you go. Big Ass Poker. All right.
Big Ass Poker. You can check us out on Ustream after you're done listening to the show today.
Yeah.
Go over, type in Big Ass Poker, one word, into Ustream, and some of the videos that Sly Poker Girl and Dr. Rudy have been doing, and myself are up there. You can take a look at some of the play, some of the action that we've been successful at.
All right. So, and of course, all our videos from our recent events here are also up on YouTube under Mark Hoke. Just look me up, find the channel, and off you go. Not too tough, but you'll have a great time seeing all the amazing superstars that we've interviewed here. And today we do have, of course, one of the Deepstacks guys did make it through to day 2. Tristan Wade has advanced today, so he is going to be in action along with a lot of other great players. And not only are they playing for this championship, but we've also got some players in contention for the Player of the Series, which is pretty big. You get a WPT championship seat and some sponsored into some events and all sorts of cool prizes if you pull that off. And
WPT champion event, you get that from winning that event up there?
Yeah, so that's
fantastic.
So there's a lot on the line here this afternoon, and we'll take a look at some of those players that are in contention for that before this thing wraps up, because we do have a few of the event winners and higher scorers still left in the main. So obviously a great opportunity to try and do that, and of course, maybe able to try and steal some points if there's an early bust out and they can get into this event number 9 over here and try and take that too. 2 wins could do it, and there's certainly a few of the guys that have won events are in the house right now. So we'll see how all that turns out. But should be a very exciting afternoon here from Gray Eagle Resort and Casino. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be Matt Savage will be calling the final table down there, so we'll be able to follow the action. So that'll be very nice. So yeah, so for everybody in the area, if you're may want to follow some of your friends that are playing in this event, just markhokeshows.com is the place to be, as we'll be giving you updates. And we can't actually do commentary sort of. I think it'll be a little bit different today. We got to.
Didn't they say they were going to set the table real close to you so you could just jump on a little 6.5 foot table and stare at the table?
They were going to put on the stage, they decided to leave it down, so it'll be within my sight range, so I'll be able to see what's going on over there.
All right.
So it'll be fun.
You went to a hockey game last night, huh?
Football game last night.
Football?
Yeah, I did hockey 2 nights ago.
Pigskin football or?
Yeah, Canadian Football League.
Well, you never know when you're not in the U.S.
Saw the Calgary Stampeders take out the BC Lions last night. Interesting game though. Ended up 14-7, and Calgary won the game, but they didn't score a touchdown. They scored 14 points, but didn't get a touchdown last night.
14 points, so they kicked 3 field goals and got a safety.
Yeah, there was a safety in there, and yeah, it was very odd how that all broke down. But what are you gonna do? But Calgary's in first place in the Western Division up here, so that was kind of fun to see.
How cold was it, Mark?
Oh, it wasn't that cold out. It was kind of, funny story, though, was we were in Gray Eagle's suite in the, over there at McMahon Stadium, and they do have a giant window to open that thing up so you can kind of hear what's going on, pick up all the crowd noise and everything. But the Grinder and Tristan Wade, of course, were sitting by the window. Now, for those that don't know, Tristan and Grinder are both from Nate?
Israel?
No.
Florida.
Florida is the correct answer. So, it was a little chilly out. Nice breeze going through, and every time they opened the window, the guys were hooding up. And Tristan did well, though. I think Tristan did okay. The Grinder, not so much. It was a little.
The Grinder was one of those whiners. Huh?
Close
the window. It's cold.
It wasn't really that. He was just cold. You could tell. You could tell he was a little chilly, but it was a lot of fun last night. And
you're just like living here in Vegas, Mark. 120 degrees is, wow, that's kind of hot out.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we had a great time. But thanks to Gray Eagle and Lee for inviting me over to go to that game last night. Had a blast, and of course also got to go to a Calgary Flames exhibition game last night too. So that was a good time. Enjoyed that. Hey, and I may have a special guest here. One of our main event participants. Let's we'll get him on here. Shaq's coming in. Shaq.
How goes?
What's up? Shaq, you ready to win some money today?
Hopefully.
hopefully.
We do a little bit of work. Yeah, hopefully we do pretty good on. Like, I got a pretty good stack. I should have had a lot more, but I kind of spazzed out in the last level.
What happened?
I don't know. I like 5-bet a turn with nothing.
Oh.
And then the guy had the nuts, and then he shipped it, and I couldn't even call the last like 10K into a 200K pot.
Wow, that'll do it.
I just like the guy was just talking so much shit to me, and then I was like, he's definitely bluffing me. Like, there's no way this is serious right now. And I just kept clicking it back on him. Like, he made it like, I think he led for like 6K. I made it like 13K. He made it 25. I made it like 40, and then he shipped it on me, and I was like, oh, goddamn, nice hand. Like, I don't believe in tank folding. I like insta fold. I'm like, all right, you got me. Hand in the cookie jar. It's cool. I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
Well, you're still coming into today with 211,000 chips.
That's a nice
that's
stack.
good for 15th place. So, it's not a bad spot to be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I have actually a pretty tough table. Let me see. I think I got like.
You did. I was looking at the table drawer today, and you got five. You got 5 of the top 15 stacks in the tournament at your table today.
And like a couple of good players. I see Bo Frick and Stefan, 2 really, really solid players. I really respect their games. So it's going to be tough. I like high-level, intricate thinking. So I'll probably enjoy it, but it'll definitely be a tough table. I had a relatively soft table to end yesterday, so.
Well, there's your payback.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to capitalize on it that much.
Yeah, so you're going to be in there with David Sagai, who's in 3rd in chips, Hiroki Harada, who's in 6th in this thing, Norm Thistleweight,
Oh,
excuse
I
me.
played with him. That was the guy that
he's in 10th.
spazzed out against.
Oh, well, welcome
all
back.
of those chips are mine.
well, you're going to get a chance to get them back.
I'm going to get them
here.
back with interest. I'm going to get them back with interest.
Now, this is interesting because if you guys can't quite see on camera
hold it
here,
up?
yeah, you're playing online too. What's the deal here?
Well, there's everyone knows like W Coup's going on, and I just feel like it's too high value not to play the 215 8 max 1 mil guarantee.
Okay.
They've run satellites for like the last like 24 hours nonstop, like insane amount of satellites. So I really think I'm losing money not playing it. So I jumped in like 3 hours and 50 minutes in, which probably isn't that good. I got like 24 or 25 bigs, or 20 bigs to start. And then got a couple blind steals, and right now we're sitting pretty good. So it'll keep me entertained while I'm playing. Live poker is pretty tedious and slow. So
the possibility of winning this main event and winning a W Coupe bracelet at the same time, has that ever been done, that somebody's won a live event and a W Coupe?
It's happened once. It's happened once that's like been reported like mainstream media. I forget who it was, but someone shipped like a big online tournament while at EPT for PokerStars, and yeah, but like personally, I did it once with the Hot 44. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the Hot 44 online, I was playing like a live $60 tournament in Lethbridge, and I was kind of like holding the phone under the table because you're not allowed to have your phones there.
Yeah.
But like I didn't mean to, like, I wasn't planning to go. My friends wanted to go, so we decided to go fire this live tournament, and I'm like 2.5 hours into the Hot 44. So just finishing it up there, and I ended up getting like second for 6,500.
Nice.
While playing the live event.
Oh, you online kids are crazy.
But
I'll tell you what.
It's really easy for turbos because it's pretty much just push fold after a couple hours. So,
yeah.
This one will probably have to take some more thinking, which is unfortunate. But
yeah, well, this is going to be a great finish to the day. One thing that I've noticed since I've been coming to these events here in Calgary, things tend to move pretty fast. It's a very aggressive style of play that everybody seems to bring up here. Why is that?
Honestly, I was talking about it with a couple friends. We were discussing. I was mostly discussing how to like exploit it, but the 3-bet sizing compared to like something online or like EPT where there's a lot more regulars to recreational player ratio, 3-bet sizing is like a lot bigger. So like online, for example, if you make it like 3K and 750 1.5K blinds. Normal 3-bet sizing's anywhere from like 5,900 to like 7,200. Live, they're making it like 11, 12K.
No, geez.
So that bloats the pot, and then
Yeah.
you flat that one, and then the stack to pot ratio on the turn is 1-to-1. So they're just gonna ship it in on you.
Right.
And it's like there's a lot of all-ins before before the river, whereas other tournaments is a lot of showdown and a lot of river play too. So it kind of has this merged feel of like an online tournament, and then like a really well structured live tournament. Like personally, I like the structure. I think it's fast, and I like fast structured tournaments. And hopefully it goes fast. I'm expecting the bubble to take a while, just because like $1,100 is a lot more than or like $1,800 on the bubble, I guess. Did you catch the payouts?
Yeah, I didn't get the payouts yet. I'm sure they're going to be up here pretty shortly.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's going to be a little bit like, I think everyone cares about $1,800 in this field. I don't really think there's anyone that doesn't care. Whereas like in like $110 tournament where someone's playing to win, get leader of the or player of the series points, they might try and gamble it up on the bubble where they can take more aggressive shots against tight players.
Yep. So should be a very interesting afternoon here, and I want to wish you all the best of luck. I hope things go well for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy that beautiful shirt. Those shirts are lucky, by the way.
Oh, really?
Think about it.
I got a record. Like, this is my Pocket Fives is the hero we need. So I got a Batman shirt on.
Nice.
That's what I wear to final tables. I've never final tabled live, but
there you go.
This is what we wear to final tables. So we'll just set the tone now. And then obviously Air Jordan. I like to tell people I'm sponsored by Air Jordan. I'm not, but we'll just say that. Maybe they'll think I'm better than I actually am.
Hey, the story checks out.
Yeah, the story does check out. All right, thank you.
All right, good luck, my friend. Have a great time down there. All right, so there you go. A man trying to win a W Coupe bracelet and the Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary main event at the same time today. Shaq Kazimpour is going to be going for it. How about that, Nate? Did I lose Nate? Nate gone?
No, I'm here, Mark.
There you are.
I am here.
That would be a feat.
A feat?
Yeah, winning a W Coupe bracelet in this tournament at the same time.
Yeah, who was that? I thought it was actually right up there, but it was Jason Mercier who won a huge tournament while playing and winning another huge tournament, wasn't it? While he was in Canada. I'm pretty sure it was Jason Mercier.
Why am I thinking it was Hastings?
Could have been.
I think it was Hastings. Now that I'm, man, somebody.
I think it's happened more than. I think it's happened more than once where they actually made a final table. But there was one where they made more online than they did, and won the main event that they were at. But they won more online in one of the World Championships of Online Poker.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up on a break. It
was so fun.
I'm about 90% sure that was Brian Hastings that did that. Something's sticking in my mind. It was Hastings, but we'll find out. But yeah, you can see. I mean, it was very interesting, the points that Shaq brought up there about how things work in these tournaments. That when you do think about that bet sizing does, when it gets a little out of hand early, obviously it builds pots, and the value that you've got to expect to pay if you're going to stay in a pot as it goes along like that, is for the most part is going to result in getting your stacks in. So, if you're going to play a hand and you're in a 3-bet or 4-bet situation in this tournament, you better be ready to put the whole enchilada in, because it's going to happen.
How are you 5-betting with Air? I was going to ask, but I didn't want to interrupt. That's awesome. 5-betting Air.
Gotta love it. That's like 2011.
Yeah.
That was the big thing in 2011, 2012. Let's just 7-bet. It's fun. Fortunately, thank God that went away. But yeah, so we're gonna have a great time in here. Of course, it's about 10 minutes from cards being in the air on the main event, and I'll tell you what. Let's get a quick break in before we break down the tournament, and we'll take a breather and come right back. How about that, Nate?
Sounds good to me.
All right, so let's say hi to some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We are live here from the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary Stop main event. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason Open-Faced Chinese Poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the Open-Faced Chinese Poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle. Right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination. BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors, and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back live here. Andy? Here? Oh, I'm sorry, Nate. What's up?
I said and here.
Yeah.
You said we're live here. I said and here. You're in Canada. I'm in Vegas.
You betcha. We, of course, are here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Great Eagle Resort and Casino. It's the Deepstacks Poker Tour stop in Calgary going on right now. Nate's doing a little online-ing, by the way, just so you know. So if you hear a little chipping up in the background there, that's Nate winning tournaments, I hope.
Can you actually hear the chips?
Yeah.
Really? You should be able to hear the chips.
You can hear the chips.
That's real gaming.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Yes.
But the players just getting seated right now as they are getting ready to kick off this main event, day 2. Yeah, and we're looking at 60,000 plus on top right now for this one. But we have not hit the bubble yet, I believe, so we're going to have to survive that. I'm trying to, unfortunately, got a little bit of a glare off the screen there, so I don't have the payoffs. Let me give me 1 second. It's cycling through, so bear with me. I'll tell you where that bubble is. That's 20. Keep going. Da-da-da. It will change. Yeah, I think we got to get to about 36 here to get to the money. But $60,715 on top. Second's getting $40,330. So not a bad payday for everybody up here.
That's a pretty good payday.
That is a very good payday. Of course, it was $1,100 buy-in, 2 days of play. Of course, had some had re-entries up to level 8, I believe, both days. But yeah, 5 figures for looks like 6 or 7 spots there. So as those are cycling through, we got a min cash, I believe, of let's see, $1,830 is going to be your min cash on this one. It does look like 36 are going to get paid here. And Tristan Wade finally making his way into the building. Just in the nick of time, and kind of expected it after last night. The boys made a little decision to head over to Cowboys here in Calgary. Got off our bus after the game, and Tarina, Mizraki, and Tristan, along with Russ, who does a lot of the AV stuff here in the theater, thought they'd have a good time last night. Tristan, how was it last night? You can't hear me. He's got the headphones on. But yeah, so the boys decided to play a little bit here in Calgary last night. And Nate Dallin is Nate. Where are you?
I'm sorry.
Where'd you go?
I was here.
Okay.
I was here.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so the guys had some fun up here. Of course, Calgary, very interesting city. If you've never been here, absolutely beautiful. Well taken care of, growing city. Right at the right where the Bow River and the Elbow River meet here in the south of the Providence, and it's right near the Rockies too. About
Moose country.
Yeah, about 1.2 million people live in the area.
That's a lot of people living in the cold, man.
Yeah, of course. So for the hockey game, we were in the Saddle Dome. And if you don't know why it's called the Saddle Dome, just look it up. It looks like a saddle. Actually, kind of the roof goes, sinks into towards the middle of the building. It's pretty cool. It's neat in the inside, too. Now, of course, the Calgary Stampede up here as well. The great rodeo that keeps everybody excited about that. I mean, it's something else up here. So if you haven't been to Calgary, I give a high recommendation. It's pretty nice.
I've been. When I was a kid, traveled all over Canada with my dad fishing, and
yeah, it's a good time. So, but of course, we're getting down to business here very shortly as the cards are just underway. The clock has started. So, of course, we're looking at 55 players in this main event at the moment. So, we got a little bit to go before we get to the cash. But, of course, the interesting, like I said, I would expect this to fly pretty quickly, as we've just seen a trend of just attack in here, and won't expect anything different this afternoon. Let's take a look at some of the chip leaders we have coming into today's play. Of course, so we have 6 tables in play at this point. So we've got tables 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. So we'll kind of be referring to those as we go along today. Your chip leader is Richard Mullen out of White Rock, British Columbia. He is the only player over 500,000 in chips at this point, 522,000. He'll be at table 36. Jonathan Sanborn out of Edmonton, Alberta at 490,500. David Sagai out of Calgary, hometowner here, is at 307,500. Ryan Cairns, and this is a guy who has already won an event in this series and obviously would be a high contender for the Player of the Series award if he could, even just get a really high finish, top 10 or 15 could give him a real shot at that. He is out of Forestburg, Alberta, at 295,500. Niall Farrell out of Glasgow, Scotland. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Good old Scotty, eh?
Yeah. 291,500. He will be starting the day in 5th. Hiroki Harada, we mentioned him. He's out of Vancouver, British Columbia, 288,500. Jason Ross out of Edmonton, Alberta, 288,000. Jamil Kanji, 272,000. He is out of Edmonton. And then we have Tyler Barassa, Calgary, Alberta, 257,000 chips. And Norm Thistlewaite out of Rocky Mountain House, Alberta. That sounds like a great place to live. Doesn't it, though?
Burr. You say it and my feet get cold.
I'm from Rocky Mountain House. Yeah, okay, got it. 253,000 for him. And then Jeet Shergill is at 234,000. He's in 12th coming into this, and he is a legit contender here also for this Player of the Series race. There are a bunch of guys that were still hanging around on that, and give me 1 second here, I'll pull that list up. Right now is Steve Zhang, who won Event 7, is the current leader at 164 points. Dave McCartney is at 161. Did not see his name on this list. Reg Cross, who won the opening event, is at 140. And then you have Cairns at 130. Jet Sheargill, 123. Cindy Kerslake, who won Event 2, is not in this final. Sean Caron at 120. I don't believe he made it through either, if I'm correct. And I am. Logan Dunn is still in there. He scored 110 points for winning the Pot Limit Omaha tournament. He is coming in here with the blinds at 2,000, 4,000. Actually, as the short stack in the tournament at 33,000 chips. So Logan's gonna. It's good. I mean, knowing Logan, it's going to be a go big or go home. But of course, a cash here, very important. So it's an interesting spot, Nate, because obviously you only have about 7 big blinds left. But at the same time, you're looking at a huge package there if you can, somehow make a run and get into this. So, do you, it's an interesting way to how to play it, but I still think it's kind of all in or just get out of the way.
Yeah, with 7 big blinds, you're looking for the big face card before you get blinded out. Hopefully an ace, hopefully a pocket pair, but you've got to get real lucky to find one of your pocket pairs there.
Yeah, so Logan is going to have a fight to try and get through this, but he's one of the better players in the building for sure. A great guy.
It's been done. It's been done. Sly Poker Girl of Big Ass Poker last night was down to 900 chips in the $15,000 guarantee and still made the final table. I believe she took 6th or 7th last night in that. That was great. So it doesn't matter how many chips you have. It matters how many chips you can get to.
So are you saying this can be done by done?
It can be easily.
Let's see if it can be done by Dunn and Logan Dunn gets it done.
Done.
Really?
Really?
All right. Let's see. I know. I think we had a couple other players that were still in this event that were hanging in there. Just give me 1 second to look down this list. I know I had a few of them marked, but yeah, I actually think that was about it that were in the top 20. But of course, winning the main event is going to kick you up pretty high. So someone could come out of nowhere on this if they manage to pull another cash in the series. So we'll keep an eye on that race as it goes along too. It's going to be a very interesting afternoon, not just for that first prize money of $60,000+, but also the WPT Deepstacks Player of the Year series. So
That's a lot of money. I mean, if you get a WPT championship seat as well.
Oh, actually, that's for the Player of the Year. I apologize. Sorry about that.
Aw.
Yeah, I think that's just for the Player of the Year. Yeah, we'll verify those prizes, but I know they score pretty big if they win the series. So yeah, but obviously that's a huge win for them. It'll definitely get them in the Deepstacks Championship Series.
Speaking of deep stack championships, the Venetian deep stack's going on now. I want to wish Dan Heimiller luck in that today. He's going in, I guess, short shipped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, good luck to Dan. Go win, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, another huge Lions fan like myself.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Hey, you're a North Carolina fan, though, aren't you?
A what?
I'm sorry.
A what?
Did I offend you?
Blasphemer. Blasphemer. Yeah, but there is a lot of sports going on today too, and while things are just getting underway, you know what? Hey, let's take a look at that real quick because we've got some NFL action going on. Last day of the regular season here in baseball, so that one's going to be a wild.
Tell me
afternoon.
about the Tigers, Mark. Look up the Tigers for me and tell me how they're doing.
I'll get there. All
right.
But
because that's a huge game. If the Tigers can win it today, they win the division.
They lose.
If
they lose, it could be. I mean, they're still in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, there could be a decisive game 163.
And more. We'll break it down in just a second here. Let's do the NFL first because that's what I've got on my screen. Hey, Tristan Wade and the Grinders Miami Dolphins picking it up big. Blast the Oakland Raiders, who are just a hapless pile of goo. 38-14 for the Dolphins today. The Detroit Lions managed to hang on. They beat the New York Jets 24-17. So the Lions sitting in first place. They did.
You didn't watch that game. There was a blowout from the beginning. Detroit just gave them some mercy points there at the end.
Oh, okay. Mercy points. All right. Fair enough.
It was 17-3 at halftime. Come on now.
Well, but still, that's a long way to go. The Baltimore Ravens, boy, I'll tell you, the Carolina Panthers, their fans, and I'm friends with a bunch of them, and they are about ready to jump off a bridge right now. After that first game, they looked so good, and now they've just gone into stink mode. The Ravens destroy Carolina 38-10. So maybe if people start yelling for Derek Anderson, that would be kind of funny. But the Ravens big winners today, as are the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, I hate that.
Blowing out. Well, you got to like they beat the Bears, though. I mean, I know you're hoping for a plane crash into the stadium in that game, but
you are right because we already beat the Packers and the Packers beat the Bears, so it just makes the Lions look better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Jeez. But, ugly.
I still don't like the Packers winning.
Well, somebody had to win the game. So,
damn it.
So Green Bay blows out the Bears 38-17. Some of the other games finishing up right now. We have Houston leading Buffalo. So the Bills trying to give away that nice start they had. But Houston hanging on there to try and pull that victory out. The Colts, after that 0-2 start, which was pretty understandable considering they lost to Denver and Philadelphia, they are destroying Tennessee. Boy, Tennessee looked so good in their first game, and now they have gone into, maybe we should get the first-round draft pick, or first pick of the draft. They are getting mauled 41-17 with 2 minutes to go. Steelers up 24-20 on Tampa Bay, and Jesus Christ, Pittsburgh should be beating them like 90 to -7. I mean, Tampa's just that bad. But the Steelers are up there in Jacksonville, San Diego, just underway. And, of course, Thursday night game, Giants blowing out the Washington Redskins. I don't know what happened there. I guess they figured they scored some points on the Eagles, so they were superstars. Not so much. Yeah, welcome to the cellar. Enjoy yourselves down there, boys. But of course, we got some other big games coming up this afternoon. Atlanta at Minnesota. The Saints and Dallas. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, take the over on that. If they set the over at 110, take it. Should be a lot of points on that one. The Philadelphia Eagles will be at San Francisco today. And by the way, did you see what some jerk San Francisco fan did? Did you see what they pulled last night? There's obviously
the fire alarm.
There's obviously fear in San Francisco today because of course, somebody pulled the fire alarm in the Eagles hotel at 2 a.m. today. So not only do you get jet lagged, because you have to do that 3-hour travel, but then they pull the fire alarm at 2 a.m., which if you think about the Eagles, of course, operating, it would be 5 a.m. for Philadelphia. So it's kind of an early wake up, but still not good. But the Eagles will be in San Fran this afternoon. Is kind of the featured game of the day, really. New England goes to Kansas City or Monday for Monday Night Football. So that one should be pretty interesting too. I say Patriots blow the Chiefs out. But yeah, a lot of exciting NFL action going on today. We'll keep an eye on that, and also let's check out the baseball too. Check it out because, of course, there's all sorts of wild things that can happen today. A lot of wild card positionings, a couple of division titles on the line this afternoon. Let's see, scores that are on right now. Games are just getting underway. Actually, well, some of them are already going on. Yankees beating Boston. Nobody cares. Chicago at Milwaukee. Milwaukee fell apart. Too bad. A big one for your Detroit Tigers there, Nate, as Kansas City has now fallen behind the White Sox.
Yeah.
4-2.
Go Sox.
Bottom of the fifth. Now, come on. You hate the White Sox. But it's 4-2. Kansas City needs a win and a Detroit loss, and there would be a playoff game Monday for the division title if that happens. Of course, Kansas City missed out on an opportunity yesterday when Detroit got blown out by the Twins. So they could have had this thing tied up, but not so much. So the Chiefs are going to have to, or the Royals are going to have to come from behind to try and have a chance to win that division. The Oakland A's, and just a terrible second half of the season that's been for Oakland. It had a huge, pretty big lead in the AL West, and now just absolutely fallen apart. But still can get in the playoffs today. They would need a win or a Seattle loss to wrap up the second wild card spot. They lead Texas 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. So Oakland trying to control their fate and get Seattle out of there. Nice thing for them is that even if they do end up in a tie, they would not see Felix Hernandez, who is pitching today for Seattle against the Angels. Couple finals today. Cleveland beat Tampa Bay. Baltimore beat Toronto 1-0. Yeah, so finish. The Orioles will be headed to the winner of the AL Central. Actually, the winner of the AL Central will be headed to Baltimore, open up that series. So I wish you the best of luck there, Nate. And your Tigers, it's over. Yeah, your Tigers did win today. I apologize.
Yeah.
I did not see that score. So that does wrap that up for the Tigers. So they win the division.
Bink.
So it'll be Baltimore and Detroit shooting it out over there. Washington beat Miami, Mets beat Houston. Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh, so the Pirates lose their chance to at least get a share of the NL Central title. So St. Louis will win the Central.
Congratulations to St. Louis and Dennis Phillips.
Yeah, so it'll be St. Louis against the Dodgers. Washington will get the winner of the wild card game between San Francisco and Pittsburgh. And I think Pittsburgh still has the tiebreak, so I think San Fran's got to go to Pittsburgh if I remember right. So the winner of that one will then head over to take on the Nats in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah, so things kind of settling out there a little bit. But we've still got this one little issue for the Oakland A's. Can they hang on and wrap up their playoff spot today? Or will they end up playing Seattle tomorrow? Oh, that sucks. Could you imagine having to play 2 one-and-dones?
Yeah.
Oh, that would just not be fun at all. Oh. All right, but that's where that stands right now. So it'll be Kansas City taking on either Oakland or Seattle in the wild card game. Well, I can't. Yeah, and winner of that one goes out to L.A. to take on the Angels. Who do you like other than Detroit, Nate? Get your bias out of the way for a second.
Nobody.
Why am I not surprised? Oh my God.
There's other sports I can root for. It's if the Tigers lose, it's Lions season. If the Lions are losing, it's Michigan. If Michigan's losing, I can always cheer for the CME Chippewas.
Yeah, well, you're not going to be cheering for the Michigan Wolverines. Jesus God, they got blown out.
If they
again
get that
home.
guy that has that same last name as you out of there, the world would be a better place. Is he like your cousin or something?
No, no relation.
No, are you sure?
Positive.
Man, because I'll kick your ass when you come back
Hey,
here.
now. I have nothing to do with the Brady Hoke administration. Sorry. But yeah, that's bad for your Michigan boys there. Ooh.
Oh, man.
We had a couple eliminations already here in the first couple of minutes of the main event. They are now down to 53. Bottom levels of 2,000, 4,000, 580. Looks like average chip stack is around 160-ish. About 84 million chips in play here. Once again, top prize on this $60,715 to take this one down. A lot on the line here. Not just the money, of course. Tournament player of the tournament series on the line for a few guys here as well. What would it be? What's going to be? But I think it'll be really interesting to see people hopping from one of these to the other, because I think they do have until level 8 on this. Let me take a look here real quick. But this is a turbo over here too for this event number 9. Let's see. Yeah, registration closes after 8 levels, but these are 15-minute levels on this thing, Nate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so if you're gonna late reg this, you don't have much time.
Turbo.
Yep, not much time there at all.
You better know how to play your cards and not just the chips there.
Yeah, because we're looking at, I believe, 40-minute levels for the main event. So we're gonna have to wait and see. You know, it is an interesting quandary for these guys that are chasing player. Like, you know, and once again we go back to Logan Dunn in a spot where he's trying to win. You know, has a chance to win this tournament series. But you know, with some other guys in there ahead of him, you know, it's kind of fire and go. And then I would imagine that he would be shooting, if he does bust out, he's going to be shooting right over here to try and win this turbo. I wouldn't even think twice about it. So yeah,
What's the next tournament series you're covering, Mark?
I don't know yet.
Besides this one? Don't know yet.
No.
So if you want Mark to cover your show, give him a call.
Yeah.
He would love to come down and talk about your tournament structure.
And everything.
Get you somewhere in like South Africa for a weekend.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Johannesburg or something.
Oh, can't wait for that trip to the Bahamas though.
That'll be nice.
Oh my God. Did win that package for the Bahamas main event. It's a prelim event for PCA, but it is there must be another series leading into that. So I will be playing for the
championship. You got your travel plans all booked and ready to go then?
No, I haven't gotten all the information from Poker Stars yet. So they just emailed me last week. So
you did hear about the college softball players that were killed in that bus crash?
Yeah, very sorry.
Fort Texas college softball players.
Yep.
My condolences sent out to that family. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's tough for obviously the families and the teammates, the school. You know, so we do wish them all the best too. All right, so we are once again at 53 players remaining in the main event. About 21 minutes left here on the 2,000, 4,000 blind level. That is, let me see if I can find the level that they're on right now, because I know they backed up a little bit. Yeah, they took it back to level 16. So that is where they're playing right now. So 53 players left in the main event. We've got, actually, Nate, they're having fun over here in this turbo. 90 players started at just a little while ago. At noon, I should say. They're down to 68 already.
Just like an online tournament.
Just like an online tournament. So we're nearly have a third of the field out of here in a little
playing small pairs and shoving with ace king.
Yep, a little over 2 hours. All right, and and Tristan Wade making his way up the steps, and he just said, "I'm out." So it sounds like Deepstacks Tristan Wade has been eliminated here, and he was actually came in at 22nd.
Ooh.
I was sitting on a pretty decent stack there, 166,000. But, yeah, just walked up here and heard him say he's gone. So Tristan Wade looks like he will not be taking down this Deepstacks Poker Tour main event.
Aw. Gonna have to get somebody new.
Yep. So looks like and I think he was the only American left in the field, too. I'm looking at where these guys are from. Yep. No, he was the only American still in here. We did have, like I said, we do have one person listed from Scotland, but no USA invasion up here today.
Well, darn.
As Tristan Wade is gone.
I'm telling you, those Canadian poker players are pretty good, eh?
They are, and like I said, we were talking about this last night too, that it is there's a lot of talent up here, and there's but you mix that with that just an inherent aggressiveness that just seems to come up in these tournaments, and I mean it is just nonstop. And like I said, last time we were up here, we whittled down to final 18 within a couple hours after we got started. Now we do have to get through a bubble here at I believe 36, but this is these guys are going nonstop. They haven't changed anything up on the board yet, so we're waiting to see where we are right now. But once again, it's $60,000 on top in this one. Hey, by the way, if you're listening and you want to interact with the show, golly gee whiz, Nate, we've got a couple of ways to do that, don't we?
We do. Go to markhokeshow.com and check out the chat stream.
Yeah, we got just go into our Ustream, go into ustream.tv, get yourself a username and pop on in there, and we'll make sure to try and keep an eye on that as best I can with 4,000 windows open. There we go. So, make sure you join us in there if you want to say hi. Also, if you want to call the show, hey, we got a great number you can call, 702-997-3015, 702-997-3015, or you can Skype at Mark Hoke 5150. That's right, it is the police band for criminally insane, 5150. Makes it pretty easy to remember. Of course, the Van Halen album as well. A classic Van Halen album, I might say. Great stuff on there. So if you want to interact with the show, you're more than welcome to do that too. We can talk just about anything you want because we've got time to do it today.
Do you believe in aliens, Mark?
Illegal ones.
Illegal aliens? You believe in illegal aliens? You don't believe in the little green men?
Not today. I haven't seen one yet. I suppose if I drank the right things, I could.
So we're just all alone in the universe. The other rocks are just up there, just circling the universe for no reason.
Yep, pretty much.
All right. You say so.
Well, see, the thing is,
just useless. Well, there's just some new photographs coming off the Mars rovers that almost there's some of the things that they've shown on Mars have to be made by somebody or something. Some of the structures.
They'll show themselves at some point if it happens.
Yeah, well,
hopefully not on like July 1st. That didn't work out so well.
Well. we ended up winning that.
Yeah, we ended up winning
Independence
that.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah, just remember, Soylent Green is people.
Yeah, as long as the president knows how to fly a plane, we'll be okay, right?
Well, that ain't happening with this one. He can fly a paper airplane, maybe.
So you didn't like his salute?
No, do we have to get into that? Let's stay off the politics. Oh God, we're talking poker. I don't want to. I'm not going to pull a Dan Coleman here.
A Dan Coleman?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this, but free Gaza.
Yeah, exactly. Don't talk about anything else, but free Gaza.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You sound like you want to say something, Nate. Nate Down, of course, co-host on our show on KLAV 12:30 a.m. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on KLAV in Las Vegas. And also, of course, certainly we wouldn't be on a station where you couldn't tune in around the world like so many people do. So make sure you join us there on KLAV 1230am.com as well. We'd be very happy to hear from you and have you join the show's family. Facebook as The Mark Hoke Show. Twitter at Mark Hoke Show. And if you want to, you can always email the show to markhoke@bluerail.net. And all that information, by the way, conveniently flashing on the screen. How about that, Nate? I think Nate's in a hand. Everybody be quiet. Nate's playing the $5 on WSOP.com. And just had an update here down to 49 now, so we cleared a couple more out. 49 players remaining here in the main event. 283 entrants. And of course, we're kind of working our way down to playing for $60,000 up top on this one. Here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. All right. So once again, still on level 16, 2,000, 4,000 blinds, 500 ante, 49 players left. And of course, so we do have a money bubble coming up here soon too. So brace yourselves for that. That should be an interesting time. Money bubbles we've seen in tournaments here don't seem to get too nasty on this. And of course, it's only $1,100 buy-in. The money, the base or min you're going to win here is $1,830, and there's like 9 or 10 spots for that. So should be I think a pretty quick bubble on this one. You never know though. All right. So tell you what, let's grab a break and we will be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Of course, we are live from the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Main event going on right now, $60,000 to the winner. So stick around, everybody, and we will be right back.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends. We supply everything else. Live it. Love it. Pokershop.com.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back, 2 more down. The main event, of course, Money Bubble is at 36-47 now standing here in this Deepstacks Poker Tour main event. Faces continue to dwindle out of here. And of course, as we get closer down to the 2 tables, we'll kind of keep a little better eye on the action. Of course, and they're going to be, from what I was told, be moving play over here way close to us for the final table, so we'll be able to keep an eye on things for you and kind of report as the big money starts going out. Of course, 6 spots are paying 5 digits on this thing. Top prize over $60,000 for this win. So we'll try and get Nate Dallin back on here. Apparently he's gone to brain dead over there or something, or blowing up his computer in Las Vegas. Of course, we have had an awesome time here at the Gray Eagle. They have been so hospitable to us, and I got to tell you, a lot of places have done some nice things for us, but going to a Calgary Flames game and a Calgary Stampeders game, what an honor, and I really want to thank Leah Thias and Jeff Johnston for making that happen. It's just been a great week up here. Looking forward to doing more events for them here at Gray Eagle Resort and Casino. And, of course, all around the country. We've been all over the place, and it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a break for at least a few weeks while we work on some other projects. Of course, the big one right now. We have another one down to 46 now, as the players just continue to whittle away here a little bit. $10 from the money bubble. Of course, $1,830 your min cash on this one for the $1,100 buy-in. Of course, that's semi-worthless if you had to fire more than one bullet. But we don't see a pay jump then until we get to looks like 27. So 27th place will see a pay jump in around the 2,600 range, and we'll keep working our way up. 60,000 on top, 40 for second. Looks like about 28,000 for third. So this is going to be a pretty good one. It just looks like another player has just busted out off of Logan Dunn's table, if I'm correct. See if we can figure out who that was here real fast. And actually, it looks like Logan's table with that has broken. So we are going to be down to 5 tables in here. So that means we probably have gone down to 45 players with that elimination. Logan Dunn's still staying alive. He is in there right now. And, yeah, we're now down to 44. So just like that, we started this day with 55 at 2 o'clock. And we called it, folks. That's 9 gone in a matter of 36 minutes. 9 out in 36 minutes. Unbelievable. Of course, the unfortunate featured elimination, Tristan Wade came in here with about 166,000 chips, was right around the chip average. Came in 22nd, and he has been eliminated. And in case you notice, I get a little rubbernecky up on the giant screen here, and then just is the San Francisco Philadelphia Eagles game going on. Ryan, Ryan, I got a couple fingers for you there. I got a couple fingers for you. Yeah.
You got some too?
I got a couple, but they're not going to be the ones you were just flashing. So, hey, you want to sit in for a second? I've only got like 9 hours to kill today. So, and of course my co-host has disappeared on Skype. So,
Gotcha.
so Ryan, I'll tell you what. Welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you.
So let's talk about what's going on out there right now. I mean, this has been one hell of a tournament so far.
Yeah, great
and
turnout.
The blood is spilling.
Yes, started with 55 down to 44 already. Tristan Wade was one of the early casualties of today. Money bubble at 36. I think we got a real long day ahead of us, though. 55 down to 1's a pretty tall order for any tournament day. It might be the most I've ever seen returning for a final day of a tournament.
You're going to be surprised. This will move pretty quick.
Yeah. But again, I think hopefully we'll get a little chop action near the end helping us out. And it's one of the nice things about the local events or the preliminary events or any of that stuff. We see the chops tend to happen a lot more than they do on the big tours.
Think we can get a 44-way chop right now?
I'm all for it. You got my vote. And we can go watch the Niners-Eagles game.
There you go. Well, from what you've seen up here, I mean, you've been in here for a couple days now watching all these guys play. What is your evaluation of the style of play that's been going on out here? Where would you rate it?
I mean, you seem to have a lot of it's mainly recreational players that I'm seeing here, but there are some really good players out there. More talkative tournament field than I would say normally. But then at the same time, like when Tristan busted out, he felt the guy called the clock on him rather quickly.
Oh, really?
I don't know if there's a little, like less than a minute even.
Wow.
Kind of a etiquette faux pas in that regard. But yeah, the style of play seemed pretty solid so far. Like I definitely noticed there's certain players out in the field that, they just have the small denomination trips. So, they're just trying to be aggressive every single pot, but they're not really winning the big pots that count. So. But, yeah, it seems like a fun field. It seems like everybody's having a fun time, and I think that's what Deepstacks is trying to create for players is welcoming, fun tournament atmosphere. So,
yeah, and, I think great thing about this event, so look at Janine. I'll tell you, does she have a smile that's worth $1 million or what?
That she does.
Yes, she does. Janine Deeb, everybody. But, this facility, I mean, what a great place to play.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, just to paint the picture for everybody, on the far side of the building, there's all the bleachers, and they have one set pulled out for everybody. Some nice, comfortable seats. We've got about 55 or 60 tables in this event center. Nice carpeted floor and 2 giant monitors up there. One's got, of course, the turbo going on that side, and then we have the information for the other one over here. And then we're up here on stage, where we've got another giant monitor showing football. God bless America.
Fortunately,
Or God
Niners
bless
Eagles.
Canada. Yeah, very good choice on their part. We got the main event feature table, which I believe is going to be going into use
Yes.
here today.
I think it would be moved up on the stage here, but at the same time, just for logistics, they might just play it in the middle right there. Remains to be seen. It's still a ways to go.
Yeah, works for me. We got the power stations over here for the players, so you bring your charger, your phone charger and cord.
That is new for this tournament.
Yeah.
Very welcome addition for both players and media, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, so, it's just a great venue up here. We're having a blast. Now, I got to ask you, because you guys did some sightseeing.
Yes, that we did.
Let's talk about the good side of the sightseeing first.
Okay.
So what did you guys do yesterday morning?
So yesterday morning we woke up like 5:30, hit the road at 6 from the casino, and drove basically 200 kilometers up into the mountains, the Canadian Rockies, to Banff National Park. Started with Moraine Lake, about 6,200 feet, and then it has these 10,000 foot plus peaks just towering all around. And we did a morning hike along the lake shore there and got some great photos and video, which you can check out on the live coverage. It's pretty cold. I actually ate it pretty hard on a boardwalk up there.
What?
That was kind of funny.
No.
Janine watched the entire thing happen right in front of her, and we both started laughing pretty much immediately. So it was really cold. There was like a thin layer of water on the boardwalk, pretty much a permafrost.
Yeah.
I jumped from the, I climbed off into the bushes to get a angle I wanted for this photo. Jumped back towards the boardwalk. In midair, I knew I had already made a mistake. Basically,
that's a Wile E. Coyote
basically
thing there.
hit down, it was just straight down to my back. Then I started sliding across the boardwalk and stopped just short of falling into the lake. So
God.
that was good. And my camera was on me, so it like hula hooped around my neck and fortunately landed on my chest as opposed to me smashing it between myself and
or hooking it on a pole.
Exactly.
That would have been worse.
Any number of things could have gone pretty wrong there, but I felt good to avoid it with the minimal damage, just a small cut on the finger.
Very nice.
So that part went pretty well. Then we moved on to
that went well.
that was one of the good parts. We moved on to Lake Louise, which is a little bit lower but still high, 5,100 feet. Probably the most popular area in the park, partly because the Fairmont Chateau was built by the Canadian Pacific Railway back at the turn of the century. Their slogan was, if we can't export the scenery, we'll import the tourists.
There you go.
That was their mantra.
Nice.
Hiked around. We actually hiked to a really cool overlook above the lake looking back down at it, and it has this turquoise water due to the mountain sediment and the algae. It looks like it's the Caribbean pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And then we were up there. Then we started our drive back, and that's where things took a turn. We hit a Royal Canadian Mounted Police speed trap.
Wait a minute. The Mounties.
The Mounties.
You got caught by the Mounties.
By the
Like
Mounties.
Dudley Do-Right Mounties.
Now they're not they're not the Mounties of the cartoons. This is the modern day, basically the like the California Highway Patrol of Canada, or the state troopers that you would see in New Jersey or any other
So the
state.
Canadian chips is what got you.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
Yes, there we go. Pretty peculiar speed trap. They have these wildlife overpasses. They're basically a bridge just with a bunch of bushes and trees in it.
Okay.
So the wildlife take it over the freeway. One Mountie hides in there with the radar gun. You come onto the bridge. Then there's 3 other ones waiting by a car on the left side of the road, mind you, not the right. Then one of them comes out into the fast lane of traffic, right into the freeway. A group of 5 cars pulling at him. So we're like, is there a moose in the road? Like, what's going on here? Is there an accident? We all start to move to the right lane. Now he comes into the right lane after the car in front of us passes, and we're like, we're not going to run down a cop, obviously, so we stop. He has us pull to the right and then swing across to the left to kind of block traffic, and pulls us over on the left side of the road, which, by the way, seems to me to be a huge traffic hazard because the big rigs are behind us slamming on their brakes, and man, they had a racket set up. They pulled us over, a caravan right behind us, another car behind that. They're writing out tickets, and they send everybody on their way. Then they're getting the next round. Actually, I think the CHP would be envious of how much revenue they were raising in that regard.
That's quality work.
It's quality, yeah. I was if I wasn't so downtrodden about the ticket, I would have just been impressed. But
Okay, so who officially got the ticket?
Janine officially got the ticket because she was driving because the rental car was in her name. But I took over driving after that. She was over driving, decidedly, forgivably so at that point. And then we got the ticket. I started driving. Started raining. Hit traffic. So the way there, it was smooth sailing the whole way. The way back, pretty much the opposite.
Good God.
But still fun. Still worth it. And there we go. We got a story out of the ticket right there.
How much is a ticket here in Canada?
$161. So not too bad.
That's not hideous. Yeah.
No construction zone double fees or anything like that.
Well,
but,
it's nice to know that Janine Deeb is now a international criminal.
Yeah. Apparently, if she doesn't pay the ticket, they'll put a warrant out at some point. But we're
That'll
gonna take care of it.
That'll get cavity searches at the border.
Yeah, exactly. That'll get you.
That's not good.
That'll get you taken off to the side room at the airport for sure.
You don't want that.
Don't want that.
You don't want that.
We've had enough run-ins with the mounted police for one trip, I think.
Well, you know the Mounties, they always get their man.
Exactly. There you go. Or in this case, their woman.
You guys are so bad. That's terrible. Well, how's the coverage going on Deepstacks.com?
Yep, coverage is going good. Just pointing out to the Banff stuff, we actually did 2 photo blogs in the post yesterday. Today will be a lot more hand-oriented, obviously, especially as they get down to the final table. One thing we like to do on the Deepstacks coverage is really highlight the property we're at, the city we're in, and then the surrounding area. If there's some cool stuff to do, we like to really wrap that into the coverage, and maybe that's how we differentiate from other tours a little bit. So kind of focused in on the tournament, though, today. One thing I did want to say about the tournament play itself, one player I've been quite impressed with at this tournament is from Glasgow, Scotland, Neil Farrell. First time I've seen him play in person, and he's made some really solid plays. And he's building a huge chip stack as well.
Yeah, started off 5th in chips today, 291,500, and I'm sure is bringing the heat in here quite a bit. Yeah, boy, we're down to 42.
Yeah. He's got to be a favorite to make the final table.
Yeah, I mean, this is, there's a lot of great players in there. Of course, you got a player of the year or a player of the series race on the line here too.
Yep.
With a bunch of guys who've already won events that are trying to maybe bring a second one here.
Actually, seated right next to Neil, I can see from here, is Canadian player Logan Dunn. He's in the running for that award, and I think the current leader was Steve Zhang. Got a picture of him when he won the $75,000 guaranteed 2 nights ago.
Yeah, he's the points leader by 3.
So pretty tight. He's got to hope Logan and some of these other guys don't make a run in this one, but.
Yep, so should be an interesting finish. So a lot on the line here today, $60,000+ on top. Should be a pretty exciting afternoon, but man, we've already seen 13 players eliminated in this tournament. More to come.
Keep this pace going.
It will too.
Football update. You guys are up by 7.
Yeah, baby.
Sadly, actually, I shouldn't have brought that up.
I was going to bring it up in about 10 seconds anyway,
so
you were kind of stuck.
It should be a high-scoring game either way, which will make it fun.
I'd like to see the Niners get 2.
Maybe we'll pull a reverse Eagles on you guys. We'll get down by 21 in the first half and then pull the comeback.
You better be ahead after the first half.
We have yet to win our new stadium, so that's kind of depressing.
That would be kind of bad.
Yeah.
2 in a row in the new stadium.
No wins in preseason either.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not the greatest. Not the greatest start to the season.
Oh, well. Well, you know what? The Eagles are a good team. If you lose to them, there's no shame. No shame. But, yeah, your Giants are headed to the playoffs, too.
Yep, there we go.
Looks like headed out to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh might even have that clinched already.
I think
today's game might not even matter. But, yeah, we're going to be pitching Madison Bumgarner for sure. They just announced that. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to be in Germany the day of that game, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it on anywhere in Munich. So I'll just have to tape it and hope for the best.
FirstRowSports.eu.
Oh, there we go. Exactly. But I'll be in the Oktoberfest tent, so.
FirstRowSports.eu.
Gotcha.
I didn't say that, but I did.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun time of year for sports and for poker.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So much going on. Of course, November 9 coming up and everything. We got to get ready for that.
Obviously there's the post-World Series lull, but now every tour is back up and running at full speed at this point. So.
Yeah. And, of course, Deepstacks, you guys will be coming back to Edmonton in a few weeks.
Yeah, just
along with a lot of other different stuff. So should be a great time for you guys.
Yeah, excellent.
All right, buddy.
I think I'm going to jump back in there, but maybe I'll talk to you guys a little later.
Sounds good.
Another score update for the football game at least, too.
Yeah. 7-0 EAGLES Eagles. Yeah. Ryan Lucchese, of course, doing the blog for Deepstacks here, and you can check that out at deepstacks.com. But we have, oh my gosh, once again, this is just how this goes in the tournaments up here at the CPT. Already at 40 players. So Money Bubble coming up here pretty shortly at 36. So we'll see if that slows things down at all on this one. But once again, we're down to 40 here in this main event. All right, so we are just kind of hanging on here. Of course, trying to keep Nate Dallin on. Apparently having some Skype issues out there. But what are you going to do? So we'll keep an eye on everything going on here. With 40 players left, and once again, one of the featured guys in there, Logan Dunn, in there. Also, Niall Farrell, as mentioned, the Scot, looking to try and win this championship. Richard Mullen, of course, came in today as your chip leader, 522,000. And once the action kind of gets moved over closer to us, we're unfortunately on the wrong side of things at the moment. But we are at level 17, 2,500, 5,500 ante, with 40 players left, $60,000 up top. 4 players away from breaking the money bubble here in the main event at this Deepstacks Poker Tour stop here in Calgary at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. All right, and just give you guys a couple more updates on NFL games going on. Of course, we had the finals, Green Bay beat Chicago. Houston has beaten the Buffalo Bills, so boy, that early Bills start not looking good. It's the Houston Texans trying to get things rolling and get back on track after a couple of great years of success. They are now, I believe, 3-1. They're 23, win that one 23-17. Colts 41-17. Got an update there. Baltimore blowing out Carolina. Detroit beats the Jets. And Tampa Bay has come from behind to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Are you kidding me? That is one of the worst teams in the NFL, and boy, the Steelers got to be stunned on that one. Come from behind win for Tampa Bay. Miami blows out Oakland. We do have 3 games going on right now. Jacksonville and San Diego. Looks like San Diego has just taken a 10-7 lead in that one on the Jags. Atlanta and Minnesota 7-7, and the featured game of the afternoon, the Philadelphia Eagles up 7-0 on the San Francisco 49ers. All right. So, once again, 40 players remaining there in this main event. So, like I said, this field whittling down pretty quickly. Min payout coming up here for 28 through 36. I'm looking at, since it's just $1,830. Oh, picking up $730 extra for the efforts in this main event. But of course, everybody's playing for that $60,715 on top of the big board. In this one, 283 entries on this, and I've got to tell you, it bodes well for this area. Of course, the Canadian Poker Tour has also just run a series here in July, and late July, early August. They put 380 entries into that main event. They had a $150,000 guarantee on that one. So everyone's got to be happy with the poker scene here in Calgary. It's been pretty good for everyone involved, and of course, one part of that is the Grey Eagle staff has just done a fantastic job running the show up here and keeping things going. And, of course, being down here in the event center for the first time, very exciting, to say the least. All right, let's step back. We're going to take another break, and we come back. More here from the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. We'll see who's flying around here. Maybe grab a couple of players that are available and whoever else is around. So, once again, counting it down here, 40 players left in this main event. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give Open-Face Chinese Poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason Open-Face Chinese Poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the Open-Face Chinese Poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the feld. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors, and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back live from the Deepstacks Poker Tour. Main event going on right now. Oops, got that going. That's good. Wrapping up there, bear with me for a second. Try and clear that out for you. Oh, that's kind of weird. Anyway. Oh, been one of those days. But yeah, we've got 40 players left at the moment here in this main event, so things may be slowing down a little bit as we get close to the bubble. We did get information on the bust out by Tristan Wade. Give me 1 second here. We'll pull that up. Give me one moment. We're just kind of shimmying stuff around here. But of course, Tristan got in hand with Cachet Paler. Paler raised 12,000 on the button. Tristan called in the big blind, holding about 140,000 back. Ace 6 deuce flop with 2 diamonds. Wade checks Paler, bet 24,000, and then Tristan called 2 of clubs on the turn. Wade checks. Paler pushed it, and Wade decided to go into the tank there a little bit, but got less than a minute as Paler called the clock on Tristan Wade with less than a minute to go. Wade decides to call, has ace spades, 9 of spades, so and Paler flips over ace 6 for 2 pair, and a river 8 of hearts ends up sending Tristan Wade to the door on that one. So Tristan Wade knocked out of this thing just short of the money. So no Deepstacks Pro will be winning this tournament. Of course, Michael Mizraki had just a brutal 2 days. Entered both flights and took some horribly sick beats to get eliminated from this one. So we are once again listed at 40 players still remaining in this event. We're on level 17, 2,500, 5,000 blinds, 70,000 or $60,000 up top in this event. And don't forget, guys, if you want to call the show, we do have the lines open. 702-997-3015 is the phone call number if you want to give us a ring. It's 702-997-3049. And, of course, you want to Skype Mark Hoke 5150, as in criminally insane, as Mark Hoke 5150 if you want to add us on there. All right, so we're once again just right on things slowing a little bit as we get close to the money bubble. $1,830 going to 36th up to 28th. 27th will been be bouncing up to looks like 2,095. So not a big jump there. Of course, breaking down those pay structures, we are looking at 20 through 36 is going to get $1,830. 25 through 27 to pick up $2,095. 22nd through 24th is $2,365. 19 through 21st, $2,660. 16th through 18th, $3,040. 13th through 15th, $3,550. And 10 through 12, $4,330. So you can kind of see these numbers really tight in here. So, can't imagine once the money bubble does burst, this should be flying along, because really you're only looking at, the first level, all the way up to even to the 19th spot. There's only about an $800 difference. So, players are, once they get into the money, players are probably just going to be looking to fire away and see if they can get down to to the last 15 or so, where they're going to start seeing significant return on their investment in this one. Then once again they get through to the final table, 5,940 for 9th, 7,930 for 8th. And then we start getting into the 5-figure scores. 6th place, 11,910. 5th place, 14,895. 4th place is going to pick up 19,840. 3rd, 26,805. 2nd place, 40,330. And the winner, $60,715 for an $1,100 buy-in. So that's not bad. That'll buy you a lot of poutine. And, of course, we do still have action going on here in the Event 9, the $160 Turbo event. 90 players entered this one. 47 left. So it'll be interesting to see if any of these guys that are up there on the series leaderboard are hanging around in this one, trying to score some extra points, because that race, as we mentioned, was very tight going into these final two events today. After point event 7, Steve Zhang, who won event 6, is the leader, 164 points. Is followed by Dave McCartney, 161. Reg Cross, who won event number 1, 140 points. Ryan Cairns, who, as far as we know, is still in this main event at 130. Jeet Shergill, who was among the chip leaders in this tournament as well. Jeet is 123. Cindy Kerslake at 120. Sean Caron 120. Logan Dunn 110. So you can kind of see the impact that's going to happen when we hit that. And two more down. We are now at 38, so we're closing in on the money bubble here in this main event. Waiting for everybody to go a little crazy here. They'll at least be guaranteed that min cash of $18.30. So as long as they only fired one bullet, $730 profit. And can't quite see if we're hand for hand yet. I'd imagine we got to be, obviously, with 2 players to that spot, we got to be pretty close, but I'm watching to see if we hit this money bubble here very shortly. 13 minutes left on this level, and then they're going to be doing a color up break. They'll color up and then take a break. So that means that'll get us our first break of the day, too. Of course, start the broadcast at 1:30 Mountain Time here. And of course, Matt Savage over there and Jeff Johnston keeping an eye on things as the money bubble approaches. Always one of the more exciting moments of a tournament. As all these guys putting up a little bit of cash. All right, 12 minutes left in here. Of course, the guys, it's always interesting. Guys sitting around with the payout slips in their hand, ready to get those fired up. Chance for everybody to make some money here, and that's what you shoot for. Obviously, when you play a main event, it's always a little more prestigious to pick up a payout there. And it looks like they're going to be moving some players around here too. It looks like Matt's holding some cards, so should start seeing some shuffling around here very shortly, as once again we get ready to hit the money here in this Deepstacks Poker Tour main event. Of course, we're once again live at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And of course, one thing Matt's trying to do, make sure all the players stay near their seats. Always try to avoid that chaos of everybody running around looking and see what's going on, and just creates more confusion for the staff, blocking people up. So 38 players left. I don't believe we've had hand for hand declared yet. Officially, I don't see any of the dealers standing up, so still hanging on there. There's, of course, a lot on the line here, not just that money, but the Player of the Series award as well.
The person whom you're trying to reach
Nate there. Sorry, didn't pick him up. My bad. Once again, on the money bubble, or 2 away from the money bubble here in this main event. And of course, like I said, with so much, just with the way the play style is going, so aggressive up here. Got to expect that we are going to see some serious fireworks once this money bubble bursts. And really, I would not expect it to stop until we get to, having this remaining group. I mean, once you get to around 18, I think people are just going to be letting it fly. blinds once again, 2,500, 5,000. 500, and he's still only on the second level we played today in here. 9 minutes and 22 seconds till we hit a color up on this. Well, of course, Matt could make the decision to keep playing it. But still watching and waiting as Money Bubble getting close to blowing up here at this main event. Hey, don't forget, guys, make sure to tune into our show on Wednesday on KLAV 1230 AM and KLAV1230am.com. We will be joined by Tournament Director Extraordinaire Matt Savage, as he's going to be coming to the studio as we start our second year on KLAV 1230 AM in Las Vegas. And, of course, you can also get us at KLAV1230am.com around the world. Podcasts are also available at markhokeshow.podbean.com and on iTunes. Videos available up on YouTube. Just search Mark Hoke. I'll tell you, this turbo going on in front of us is moving pretty quick. They have just whittled that down to 45 players, so half the field gone in that one already. A very interesting bubble here. You know, I kind of surprised the last time we did the bubble here, it was gone before we knew it. Actually hit, and we didn't even get in a hand for hand. I see Matt and Jeff are huddled around one table over here with Logan Dunn on the table. So once again, just watching for these eliminations. And of course, we'll get a table break too, and we'll be down to 4. 4 tables in play, excuse me, here in this main event. 7 minutes left on the level. Cheated. And unfortunately, the 49ers just scored. Bleh. All right, but we are hanging on in there right now. Once again, things kind of slowing up a little bit here as we are waiting for 2 more players to bust out, and we will be in the money here on this Deepstacks Poker Tour main event. Once again, a lot of money on the line here, over $60,000 for first place. And don't forget, once again, you guys out there listening, you want to call the show, give us a buzz, 702-997-3015. It's 702-997-3015. Love to hear from you. Whether you're in or out of the area, hey, we can talk poker, sports, whatever you need. And just to give you a quick update on what is going on here with these afternoon games, like I said, the 49ers just took the lead on Philadelphia 10-7 early here in the second quarter. Minnesota, wow, shocking Atlanta. Boy, the Falcons just can't seem to figure it out, can they? Minnesota's up 14-7, and Jacksonville is leading San Diego 14-10. Late in the second half. And by the way, just saw Steve Zhang, who, of course, is leading this tournament series right now. He is still in this turbo. So Steve Zhang trying to pick up some more points here. And, of course, only 9 are going to cash in that. But, boy, would that be valuable for him to just give himself a little bit of a cushion if he could possibly, maybe pull off a top 5 finish in this tournament. And once again, Matt and the tournament staff keeping a close eye on everything here. Can always be a difficult spot on the money bubble. Of course, we saw at the World Series. I believe, if I remember, it was 5 all-in hands in the main event this year. Which got us to that money bubble. And now it's still waiting over there for that bubble to burst. So I'm going to tell you right now, the way things have gone up here, you're going to see a lot of action going down when this money bubble does hit. Just not significant enough money to goof around. If you're short, you might as well go for it and see what happens. Of course, still waiting over here to hit that money bubble. Of course, like I said, we have about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on this blind level, too. So things could change in a hurry on this. Yeah, and Matt still looking around here. There's a large group of people gathered around one of the tables over here. So we're just waiting for some announcements here. But, yeah, we do have looks like we definitely have an all-in going on over on, I want to say it's table 38. I do see a player coming out of there. We may have had an elimination. But, of course, that would still put us one away. So we're just waiting for the board to change on here if we did have somebody go down. So a pretty tense atmosphere over here. We did just get word, by the way, Valerie Ross was knocked out of this tournament a little while ago, so Valerie Ross is gone. One of the more popular players up here. A lot of activity now at these tables. And that's one thing Matt doesn't like is everybody kind of standing up and running around here and keeping an eye on things. Just turns it into a chaotic scene. Once again, still waiting for a bubble to burst. 2 away, listed on the big board is 2 away. 36 players getting paid on this one. So I do apologize. I know it's a little dull here. We're kind of beating a dead horse, but it is a pretty quiet, obviously a very quiet, intense scene over there. So we're trying to get a couple more players out before the floodgates open. Well, and it looks like the players are going to be headed on break here. So it looks like we're going to have the color up. So no money bubble bursting here on level 17. Looks like we're going to be taking it over to level 18. Yep, and the players are going to step away, so that means we're going to step away too. Let's take a break here. We'll put the old players on break graphic up there for you. Actually, let's put it where I wanted to put it. All right, so we're going to take a break here too while the players are stepping away, and we'll be back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We do appreciate it. and we will see on the other side of the break. Players are coloring up, and then getting a break before we resume going to the money bubble. So stick around, everybody, and let's step back for a little bit. And we'll be back here from the Deepstacks Poker Tour main event here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, after the break.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back live here. Deepstacks Poker Tour, main event. Calgary, Alberta, Canada, at Green Resort Casino. And looks like we just lost another player here coming into break. So we're down to 37, so one away now. Getting ready for the floodgates to open. It is going to be something else. Once again, if the trends hold true, as like we saw up here the last time we were here for the Canadian Poker Tour event, it is going to be a scene over here. As we're going to be hearing payout all over the place. But we have advanced up to 3,000, 6,000 in blinds, 10 or 1,000 ante. So that is going to take us up to level. Let's see, sorry about that. Level 18. And of course, we'll be consolidating the tables down to 4. Watching hand for hand go on right now. So somebody's going to have a day and a half of work go right down the dumper. Of course, Matt Savage and the team walk around. And Matt's wife Mary's been around here too. Good to meet her finally. Terrific lady. By the way, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles have taken the lead on the San Francisco 49ers. Thank Colin Kaepernick for the pick 6. And would also like to see this kick run back for a touchdown. EAGLES Eagles. Yeah. There we go. Oh, but there's a flag. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what happened. This is coming back. Let's find out. But sorry, we're also watching the game in here too, and of course, I'm sure everybody's enjoying their time watching the NFL. So Sproles did break it, but we're going to wait and see if it counts. Oh, that I think is going to be a face mask on the 49ers. So that one should count. So waiting to hear the official ruling on this. So we got a money bubble and an Eagles touchdown. So I do apologize. I know I should be looking this way, but I got to look that way. Yep, and it is on the board, Eagles touchdown. I'll put the Eagles up 21-10. So the curse of Levi Stadium continues. And I think we also, let's see, did we hit that bubble? Like I said, 37 players left over there. So they are hand for hand. And of course, playing down to a champion today, looking for $60,000. This Deepstacks Poker Tour main event here at the Gray Eagle Resort and Casino. I'm Mark Hoke. Thanks for being with us here on the Mark Hoke Show. Do certainly appreciate you hanging along for the ride. Of course, Matt and Jeff kind of keeping an eye on these 5 tables. And looking to see if we're going to, I do see some action going on one of the tables. I think it's table 39, I want to say. Just taking a stab on that. Once again, waiting for this bubble to burst, and then you're going to see fireworks in this place for sure. Of course, a lot of excitement as well. Of course, the main event action is unfortunately off to my left on that side of the event center here at Gray Eagle. In front of me, we do have the Deepstacks Event 9 going on. Can't forget about those guys playing a turbo event. 160 buy-in over here. They start off with 90 players, and they are already down to 38. 9 are going to cash in that. And it looks like it's a little over 3,000 on top for that one. But, of course, all these are going to be counting for the point standings here for this player of the series. Once it's still waiting for this bubble to burst here at the in this main event. And actually, I do see a gentleman getting up from his seat and just stomping his way out of here. We may have had that bubble burst. Kind of hard to say, but that guy does not look happy. So it may be over here for our money bubble. So just keeping our eyes peeled on this one as we looking to see if that money bubble will finally burst. No, well, Matt's still calling one hand and hold up. All right, so the bubble continues. So I'm not sure what's going on. There just seemed to be a little confusion there, but we're still on the money bubble. All right. So once again, looking at 37 remaining. We're going to be at the same stage that tournament is in this turbo tournament. This tournament, we just had another player get called out, eliminated. So we're going to, that'll be funny. We're going to be at 37 at the same time. All right, but action continuing on here in this main event. And while we're waiting on the bubble here for some excitement to keep rolling in here, we want to make sure that we take a couple minutes and thank all of our great sponsors of the show. Of course, so many companies working with us right now. And, of course, give me 1 second here. We have our good friends at Blind Squirrel Apparel. Make sure you go to blindsquirrelapparel.com. 20% off with the code HOKE. When you check out, just look good and be lucky. It's the stuff for the gambler in you at blindsquirrelapparel.com. We have our good friends at bluerail.net. How far do you want to go? It's simply put, your best website provider you're going to find. So check them out at bluerail.net. And, of course, home of the Mark Hoke Show, roguewire.com. We have our good friends at the Nevada Poker League. If you want to play poker for free in Las Vegas, that doesn't happen very often, but you can do it at over 17 locations in Las Vegas with the Nevada Poker League. Win cash and prizes. A free live Texas Hold'em just for you. We also have our friends at Deej Poker. Make sure you go to deegpoker.com. Great new apparel company. Take a look for their unique apparel. You're going to love it at deegpoker.com. Good friends at the Grindettes. Make sure you go to grindettes.com. Follow the amazing ladies poker team of Katie Stone, Katie Dozier, Jen Shahadi, and Jamie Kerstetter at grindettes.com, on Twitter at Grindettes, and Facebook, the Grindettes. Dutch Boyd's book, by the way, you can get it for $2.99 on Kindle right now. They're doing a little special over there. So if you got a Kindle, you want to read one of the great tales in poker, and I got to tell you, it is something else. You will not put it down. Check it out at pokertilt.com right now or on amazon.com for a copy of Poker Tilt by Dutch Boyd and Lawrence Samuels. We, of course, also have our friends, a couple of new friends on the board that we want to say hi to. One of them being, of course, pokershop.com. And if you're looking for some amazing poker prices on poker supplies, man, you're not going to do any better than this. I mean, they have There's all sorts of custom chips. I mean, you got like a 300 set vinyl case, 11.5 gram set for $49.99. You have all your accessories. If you need dealer buttons, things like dealer buttons and card guards, they've got all those things you need. Heck, these dealer buttons, run anywhere from $7.99 on up. I mean, pretty good prices. Well, actually, $2.49 and up. It's all sorts of great stuff there. Poker strategy books. They've got all sorts of casino supplies. They even supply slot machines to people. You can get all sorts of sports gear with NASCAR, NBA, NFL, NHL, your favorite college teams. Check them out today at pokershop.com. And of course, we have our good friends at ABC. Oh, and I think we've hit it. I do believe it is over, and we have hit the bubble here in this Deepstacks Poker Tour main event. So there you go. The bubble has been hit, and we are going to get to enjoy some great action now. Oh, my goodness. As I'm going to tell you right now, with such a little difference between up to 19th, this should move pretty fast, but we are now consolidated down to 4 tables, 36 players left. So a successful bubble there. 28 minutes left on this blind level. So congratulations to everybody here at the Deepstacks Poker Tour who brought this home. Very nice job. All right, and give me 1 second here. Yep, and so once again, playing out $1,830 for the next group of players, and it's a pretty significant one. Let's take a look at those payouts again, because those cards are going to be passed out like candy here in a little bit. 28 through 36, $1,830. 25 through 27, $2,095. 22nd through 24th, $2,365. 19 through 21, $2,660. 16 through 18, $3,040. 13 through 15, $3,550. 10 through 12, $4,330, and then we get to that final table. Mid payout's going to be $5,940. 8th, $7,930. 7th is $98.95. 6th is $11,910. 5th, $14,895. 4th place, $19,080. 2nd, $26,805. Second place, $40,330, and the winner, $60,715. Of course, we have hit the money now in the main event. And in a very interesting irony, we've also just hit 36 in the event number 9 as well. Of course, these are the last 2 tournaments in play in this series. Of course, one group over here playing for a little over $3,000, the other one playing for $60,000. It's a lot of money on the line. All right, and let's, and while we have a second, why don't we take a look at, 1 second, we'll pull this up for you. Take a look at what else has gone on here in this series at Grey Eagle. Of course, a lot of other events took place, and as soon as we pop that up, we'll let you know, some of those other players that got the job done here at Grey Eagle throughout this week. Of course, this series started on September 20th. And we'll pull all those winners up for you and recognize all the players that have had some great success here at Grey Eagle. Of course, event number 1, we had No Limit Hold'em tournament taken down Oh, boy, everybody surrounding one of the tables over here, too. Boy, that must be a great pot going on. Event number 1 won by Reg Cross out of Calgary, picked up $10,000 for that win. Ryan McDowell finishing second, so we're $6,500. And Phil Petit in third, $4,400. All those guys out of Calgary. In fact, only one player out of the top 11 not from Calgary in that first event. We go to event number 2, and that was won by Cindy Kerslake. She wins the Bounty tournament in that one and wins $9,000 for her win. Wayne Hofford coming in second, $6,230. And Craig Einasar finishing third, $4,500 for his win. And let's keep cycling on through. And we'll take it up to event number 3. But we just had another elimination down to 35, just like that. Event 3 was a 50-50 satellite. Ed Gates, Gurdeep Parhar, Jeet Shergill, Dave Shores, and Nathan Sheeran also all won that event and satellited in and won their satellite seats. So congratulations to those guys in event number 3. Event number 4, Sean Caron taking that one down, $5,500, followed by Dave McCartney winning $3,770. Trevor Blake in third, $2,740. Once again, all those guys from Calgary. Only one guy in that tournament from Vancouver, was all Calgary residents, taking down event number 4. We go to event number 5, the Grinders Classic. That's right, the $100 buy-in. Cheap way to get it done. Ryan Cairns your winner in that. And, of course, he was still in the main event. We'll have to see if he's still flying around here. Cairns, $3,645. Don S. finishing second, $2,550. And Bob Ivany finishing third at $1,750. Once again, another Calgary-dominated field. Only 2 guys out of the 18 to cash not from Calgary. The Pot Limit Omaha tournament, Vancouver's own Logan Dunn wins the PLO tournament, and event number 6 picks up $5,260. Dave McCartney, another nice finish for him, finished second, $4,000. Dave R. finishing third, $2,720. So those are, that's event number 6. And then event number 7, get that for you in just a second as soon as I have the results. Steve Zhang, who is still playing in this Turbo tournament, scored a lot of points in that, too. It was enough to put him into the lead in this tournament series. Zhang scoring $28,000 in that $75,000 guarantee. Jeet Shergill finishing second, $18,000. Pete Amick, also out of Calgary, $12,815, picking up that victory. So, and of course, that has been enough to put Zhang in the points lead right now. But those are your 7 completed events. And once again, event 8 is the main event 9, the Turbo. And the Turbo is down to 33 now. The main's still at 35. So it looks like it is getting smaller. I think one of the ladies was just knocked out of there. Give it 1 second. We'll see if we can see who that was. And I believe it was Carolyn Grad. Yep, Carolyn Grad knocked out of there. So I believe we only have 1 female left in the tournament at this point. But Carolyn is out of there now. So we, once again, wait for an updated number. And I think we just had another gentleman get eliminated here, too. So, once again, this is moving. We said this was going to move pretty quick. And it sure has. So we whittle our way down to this final table. That's going to be closer than you think. So we're starting to see some payout spots here right now. Just watching the board as they whittle away. Here in this main event. And one other group that we sponsor we didn't get to because we hit the money bubble, I want to make sure we get to mention too. It's our good friends at ABC Chinese Poker. Of course, you have the opportunity to, everybody loves playing Open Face. If you don't have the app, well, there's only one app you need, ABC Chinese Poker. And of course, if you want to learn the game, those guys are right there to help you out too. So if you've never played it before, well, geez, don't sit around and waste your time on some stupid, boring Texas Hold'em app. Learn Open Face Chinese and get in on the action. You can tweet the guys at ABC Chinese Poker. And of course, get that app right now. Go to your app store or download it for your phone, download it for your computer or iPad, whatever. Be glad you did. It's a great game. So make sure you check it out at ABC Chinese Poker. All right. And now listed at 34 players remaining. So like I said, we're going to be watching them go pretty quickly here. Let's take another break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live from the Deepstacks Poker Tour event, main event, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, here at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Stick around, everybody. We will be right back.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends. We supply everything else. Live it. Love it. PokerShop.com.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give Open Face Chinese Poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason Open Face Chinese Poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the Open Face Chinese Poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we are back live here. Green Resort Casino at 7. Deepstacks Poker Tour. Main event going on right now, and also the Event 9 Turbo coming at you too. So a lot of poker being played here. So these are going to be the last 8 tables of a pretty successful series here at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Of course, playing down in the Event Center. First time they've been in here, and certainly an outstanding venue for a poker tournament, no question about it. Looks like the Niners got lucky and got a field goal. Won't be enough. But that's all right. Down to 33 actually in both of these events right now. So I got to say I'm a little surprised we haven't seen just a tad more activity coming off this bubble. But, once again, looking at the, at the payout structure, at this point, 20 through 36 picking up $1,830. 25 through 27 is your next cut here, $2,095. So I've got to say I'm a little surprised that it has slowed down as much as that, considering you're still 5 players away from the next jump pay in that event. Over here in the Turbo tournament, 33 left over here. Had 90 entrants in that one, so it's going to be top 9 paying out on that. That was a $160 buy-in. They've got a min cash around, looks like $465. But once again, we are still waiting on the the next jump here. And of course, we're going to have coverage for you the whole way here at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. And I'm trying not to be distracted, but the Eagles game is on right behind me, 55 seconds left in the first half. And the Eagles, of course, known as a quick strike offense, have a pretty good shot to do some damage there. Third quarter right now is a few minutes into that one, and San Diego has made it all right with the world, up by Jacksonville by 10 now, 24-14. Minnesota's looks like they'll be heading into the half where there are 2 seconds left, so see if somebody's picking up a field goal, but it is 24-14, and it'll be 24-14 at the half on that one. Eagles up 21-13 right now. Waiting to see what happens there. Whereas other results in the Packers knock off the Bears 38-17, Buffalo losing to Houston 23-17, the Colts blow out Indianapolis 41-17, the Ravens destroy Carolina 38-10. Detroit goes into New York and beats the Jets 24-17. Tampa Bay, with the upset of the day, beats the Steelers 24-27. Miami blows Oakland out 38-14. And then, of course, Thursday night game, the Giants destroy the Redskins 45-14. Sunday night game coming up is New Orleans at Dallas, and then, of course, Monday Night Football, New England visits Kansas City. All right, still keeping an eye on the Eagles there, too. And it looks like our final female has been knocked out of this main event tournament, so we should be down to at 32. We'll see if the board changes on that. But we do have no ladies left in the main event here. And usually, the ladies have been doing pretty well up here for the most part. But it looks like this time around, only a couple of them even managed to get in the money here. Just looking to see who that was. If you can bear with me for 1 second. Getting through the notes because we do have 55 players started this thing off. That wasn't Carolyn. Can't seem to find the name, but once again, last woman standing in that tournament. So it is all guys, but the players are starting to see the numbers dwindle here pretty quickly. It's almost like we have a race going on here. You would expect this turbo is going to go quick because they're only playing 15-minute blinds over here. 31 over here in the turbo, 32 officially listed in the main. Oh, don't tell me that was an interception. No. All right, but sorry, it's tough. I'm an Eagles fan too. I'm watching it right along with you guys out there. And now down to 31, so the ticker's starting to move a little bit as these guys are getting closer and closer to that $60,000 first place prize. We get a 27 is the next pay jump. As they'll be moving that up from that 1830 up to 2095. So it's just such a small difference that it's really hard to believe that the people haven't been firing a little bit harder at this. As we did have a lot of short stack players coming into this thing. Actually, from 33 down, we're under 100,000 in chips. Right now, the blind level's at 3,000, 6,000. With 1,000 ante, so the price of poker is not cheap right now for anybody, even in that 100,000 chip range. As the staff, oh, you got lucky, cheaters, you cheated. I saw it. All right, so it looks like the Eagles unfortunately fumbled there. God, Riley, what were you doing? Oh, my God. All right, so it looks like we'll be going in 21-13 at the half on that one for the Eagles and 49ers. Of course, other baseball news going on, too, today. And actually, it looks like there's a potential no-hitter going on this afternoon. Just kind of checking that one out. Trying to see who's got that one happening. But games in progress right now. Seattle. Or let's look at the games that finished up first. Cleveland winning beats Tampa Bay. Baltimore beats Toronto. Baltimore will be headed as the 2 seed in the American League. Detroit beats Minnesota earlier today, so they wrap up the Central Division title. They will head to Baltimore. Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh, so that'll put Pittsburgh in a wild card spot. Pittsburgh did have a chance to win the division today, but will not happen, or at least tie for the division title. But so Pittsburgh will host a wild card game against the San Francisco Giants. Mets beat Houston. Yankees beat Boston 9-5. Washington beats Miami 1-0. Washington will have the best record. They'll get the winner of the wild card between Pittsburgh and San Fran. Atlanta beats Philadelphia. Kansas City got the win that they needed. But we're not helped out by Detroit today, so that the Royals come up one game short of division title, but it's going to be great to see the Kansas City Royals back in the playoffs. Cubs beat Milwaukee. Oakland does get it done against Texas, comes up with a big 4-0 shutout. So the A's, after all that drama at the end of the season, are going to be headed to the playoffs, and it's unfortunate for Seattle. Unfortunate for the Mariners because they are up 4-0 on the Angels. But wow, what a drama-filled last day of the season here. And yeah, we do. And there was a no-hitter day. How about that? Jordan Zimmerman picks up the no-hitter for the Washington Nationals. So Jordan Zimmerman gets the Nats' first ever no-hitter. So congratulations to them. Zimmerman finishes 14-5 on the season, and he is got himself a no-hitter to head into the playoffs. There's some momentum for you. But congratulations to Jordan Zimmerman, no-hitter to end the year. Very nice. So some other cool baseball news going on out there, too. Main event is now down to 30. So less than 4 tables in play right now. And Derek Jeter, by the way, gets an RBI on his last career at bat. So congratulations, Derek Jeter. Even though I'm a Yankee hater, obviously got the respect for the guy. All right, so once again, 30 players left in that main event, and still whittling that down. Of course, once again, next pay level is at 27. So watching that one closely as we're getting close to the final table. Of course, they're going to be moving everybody on the final table over here to our area, so we'll be able to kind of chart that a little bit better for you. It's going to be sliding down to, I don't know if we'll get down to 18 or so on these names. A little easier because I don't think they put the players' cards out like they do, at an event like Seminole Hard Rock, for example. So we're a little bit not able to exactly let you know who's hanging around in there. But I can tell you Logan Dunn is still in this thing, friend of the show, so should be pretty interesting there what's going on. All right, and of course, this Turbo tournament been pretty exciting over here, too, and you're going to be seeing a lot of people going crazy as this one goes on, because once again, it's 15-minute levels over here, so it's moving quick. But I am looking to see if our tournament series leader is still in this, because obviously that was critical for him, Steve Zhang, to try and pick up some points. And I don't see him. Doesn't mean he's not here because it could be buried behind some people. But, that would be pretty huge, too, to not have him left in the tournament and open the door for some of these other guys to pass him. Of course, coming into this thing, Ryan Cairns was 4th in chips to start this afternoon off. So Cairns, pretty good contender to win that award. Also, Jeet Shergill was 12th. So those being your top 2 guys to have a chance to chase him down. Logan Dunn's another guy who is in the mix there, too, in 8th. So we'd probably say those are your 3 players that have a legitimate shot to win this Player of the Series. And looks like over here they haven't updated the board for a while, but we are down to 3 tables in the Turbo event. So 27 at maximum left in that tournament. So that thing is moving quick over here, too, as we expect. Obviously 15-minute blind levels, that's going to go in a hurry. But those Player of the Year points, very critical. And by the way, don't forget, if you want to join us in the chat box, hey, we would love to hear from you. Just hop on in there and say hi. Get a username on ustream.tv. Certainly welcome there. Give the show a call, 997-3015, or Skype us at markhoke5150. All right, still reporting 30 players left in the main. So, yeah, I mean, kind of a shockingly slow pace over there. 60,000 on top. I got to tell you, the likelihood of a chop over there may be pretty decent, but we will see. How everything turns out there, but but a lot of these players are usually willing to make a chop to get things done. But certainly it'll depend on who it is, and if it's one of these guys in contention for Player of the Year or Player of the Series, man, I would not want to give that up. You got to pick up those points everywhere you can. All right, and I have a little business to take care of here real fast. Let's see if Nate's still around here. Of course, co-host on KLAV, the Mark Hoke Show on KLAV 1230 AM in Las Vegas and KLAV1230am.com. You're taking a Skype and blowing it up or something. Man, he is not answering. All right, so bear with me 1 second because I do have to do one little technical matter here. So hang on, and we'll be right back in just a second.